to your favorite generational podcast. I'm Katrina.
I'm Rachel. And, I still haven't named my fish.
Rachel, it's been a week.
Yeah. Yeah, it has. Nothing's popping out to me. My mom said his coloring means I should name him something like Peter Parker, but I think that's stupid. I don't know. Like, nothing, it's just fish right now.
I mean, fair.
So, once again, I'm extending the cry for help. Go to patreon.com/perspective_z. Hit that $3 tier. That's our Patreon tier. Help me name my fish, please.
Would be very much appreciated.
Yeah, the poor little guy. He's a fish. I've never been good at naming fish, though, because they're fish. They're not dogs. You don't snuggle them.
Yeah.
I just saw my mom's Snapchat story, and apparently she and my stepdad went out to dinner without me tonight.
Oh.
And didn't tell me. So I haven't eaten, because I kept waiting for them to get home with pizza, because it's Sunday night, and that is what we do on Sunday nights. So...
Oh.
I'm a little annoyed about it.
Yeah, that's...
It's fine. It's fine. I'm gonna go downstairs and eat after this, though. And then, you know.
Good.
How have you been? How's your week been?
My week has been okay. I'm very glad that, this next week is my last week before break, because I've found myself being very, tired and not motivated to do stuff anymore, right around the break, and so I'm just glad that I'll have some time off and not have to worry about getting stuff done for classes and, teachers not responding to emails or anything, so, I'm very glad that that will be happening soon, and that I just need to get through finals week, and that's it.
Yeah.
How was your week?
I took off the 24th through the 31st. And when my boss was writing down, because she writes it down once you submit your paper request on, a big paper calendar, a desk-sized paper calendar. Yeah. And I think she was trying to do something else while she was doing it, and wrote me down for the 18th through the 31st.
Oh.
So schedules got posted, and I said, I'd like to work that week, please.
I would like money.
I would like to not be just broke. I'm only missing out on, I don't even think it's a full 4 days, because, yeah, so the 26th is a Saturday. So I am missing 4 days of work. I would rather not miss, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 days of work, because we're closed on Christmas. You know, just an entire week there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so she was like, so then she came up to me after, she was like, I don't mess up anyone's schedule except yours. Mine is messed up every week, but everyone else is apparently fine. And I'm like, well, good thing I'm not crabby about it. There's one person that if her schedule gets messed up in the slightest, she throws a temper tantrum.
Oh.
And this is a 35-year-old woman. So... At least I'm not that. It's whatever. Because I know if she messes it up, she has no problem with me leaving when I need to leave. As long as I let her know that she screwed up.
Yeah.
But it's always just... It makes me giggle.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's basically been my week. I have to plan a Christmas party. And my co-teacher's just going to have to deal with not being here because she took off the 22nd. Through, I think, the 31st, and we were told we should either have it on the 19th, or on the 18th, and have told them on this last Friday, or have it on the 23rd, and we can tell them tomorrow on Monday, or today as a posting, and she didn't get back to me on which she would rather do, so it's gonna have to be the 23rd. It's the only option.
Yeah.
I don't really even feel bad either. Because it's like, the party is fun, but it's not like in elementary school where you do your schoolwork in the morning and then the entire afternoon is a party. It's a daycare, so there's structure, but the structure doesn't change.
Yeah.
You just play festive music during the day. So it's not as big of a deal as it is in, like, elementary school.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, okay, so, the cutest thing happened at work, and, listeners under, like, 3rd grade, why don't you mute for a minute? And, so, one of my coworkers was out with the school-agers, and we've decorated the center for Christmas, and, like, we did it after close, and no, we didn't tell the school-agers, so they just walked in and saw it all decorated, and one of them came up to the teacher and said, "Who decorated it?" And she was like, "Oh, Santa's elves came and decorated it." And all I heard was her repeating, "Yeah, he sent them to come decorate." And I walked by and was like, "Oh, Santa's elves? Yeah, they left a note on our boss's desk." And just, like, without skipping, it was so cute, because they were like, "Wait, what? Really?" It's like, yeah. So, small children, you can listen again. I don't think we have anyone that young that listens to our podcast, but
just like
if you are under 4th or 5th grade, whatever I said, and you listen to podcasts, how do I put this politely? Go play with friends. Yeah, yeah, Katrina, you just got really quiet again, though. But, yeah, I just,
better?
Yeah. I don't, the only person I can think of that would be listening to it this young is my cousin, and that makes sense, because she's my cousin.
Yeah.
But, any other small children, I mean, I guess if you're only listening to one a week, but if you're, like, a podcast listener that young, I guess telling them to go find friends on Tinder is not appropriate because they're children.
Oh yeah, just as a 6-year-old, just casually.
Just lie about your age. You do it to get on TikTok.
Oh my god.
You know they do.
I mean, true.
Which, honestly, confuses me. Because TikTok, it's not like Instagram where you don't necessarily post pictures of, I mean, I guess you don't always post videos of your face, but it's, like, pretty obvious, it's, like, pretty obvious, you know, who the video is about, and if you do, like, a million videos, and it's obviously, like, you doing it as, again, 6-year-old, first of all, 4th graders are not 6. I just came to that realization. I was like,
I was just saying kids in general, I didn't.
4th graders are, like, 9 or 10. But I was 10 when I was in 5th grade because was I 10 or was I 11? I was whatever the younger is.
Because you're a July baby.
July baby, late July. Like, if I would have been born a few hours later, I would not be.
Yeah.
And graduated right now. I mean, I would be because my mom would have been like, "Listen, I need this kid out of my house. She's already done her 2 years of preschool. Take her, please. I'm begging you." But I think if I would have been born on August 1st, they would not have cared.
Yeah.
Which then becomes, what is the cutoff for extending the cutoff slightly for someone? Because, like, I have a friend who's born, her birthday's in October, but her mom was tied in with the school board. So she got to be in my grade.
Oh.
She did not act like she was in our grade. So she's like, where's the cutoff for the cutoff? I think 2 months is a little much, personally. But that's just me.
Yeah, I have a friend whose birthday is in August, I think, and he's in our grade. But that's not necessarily the same as, like, October or anything.
Yeah. Well, it also, the cutoff depends on your state and your school district. Because, like, the district I graduated from, their cutoff was like September.
Oh.
So yeah. Which is then like on October, baby, if she's early October, it would make more sense, but like start of August and the start of, or in mid-October are very different times in the year.
Yeah.
Anyway, what's your favorite song this week?
My favorite song this week is Your New Boyfriend by Wilbur, because he just released it this week, and he's a YouTuber / Twitch streamer that I've been watching a lot recently, and so it was really cool to, like, I like when you just start listening to an artist and then they put out, like, a new song or something, so you get to experience the new release. So I've been listening to it a lot lately.
Nice.
What's your favorite song this week?
Lemon Boy by Caveman, because I've had the song, well, it's called Jenny, but it's, Ruin Our Friendship. I've had that song from TikTok stuck in my head, because I love it. Like, you were saying you think it's annoying, I don't. I love that song.
See, I don't think the song's annoying. I think when it's every video on my For You page, it gets annoying, but...
The sound I really like right now is, how bizarre! How bizarre!
Oh, yeah.
Because the guy who plays, what's his name? He's in Victorious.
Beck.
He plays, Beck, thank you. He posted it with, when you don't remember a single plot to Victorious, but you remember the parties every night. How bizarre! How bizarre!
I didn't realize until he made his TikTok account that Beck really didn't even do anything. He just stood there. He was just there. He didn't... And I love that for him, to be honest.
We really do. Well, because I'm rewatching it again right now. And on the episode I'm on, he does make a move with Tori, which, honestly, I think they should be together anyway. But then Tori's like, no, Jade. And he's like, Jade treats you terribly. And she's like, I know, but we're friends. And he's like, no, you're not. And she's like, but Jade. And that's basically the end of the conversation. But, you know, every now and then he does something.
I mean... Yeah.
Yeah, so, Lemon Boy is a song that is similar to Ruin Our Friendship.
Nice.
But, yeah, so what's your favorite thing this week?
My favorite thing this week is having a clean floor, because I got up the motivation yesterday to actually, like, because... Usually when I get done with classes, I just kind of, like, set my stuff over on the floor by my bookcase, but I don't actually, like, organize it or anything. But yesterday I got the motivation to actually go through it, and it didn't even take that long. And so I was just, like...
Welcome to the world of ADHD. I will literally have a single piece of trash sitting on my desk driving me nuts for, like, 4 months, and then I finally take care of it, and it's like, oh. Like, I look at it and I'm like, oh, that bothers me. And then when I get up from my desk, I forget to grab it and it just goes over and over. And then you finally remember to grab it and it's like, huh. Definitely should not have taken that long. But it did.
But yeah, it's just been really funny because I keep realizing I have this much floor space. And so I keep, like, getting up from my desk to, like, go get something from downstairs. And I'm like, oh, look, I have a floor.
Magic how that works. I like having a floor. I need to vacuum my floor. But I finished, well, I got my laundry through both the washer and the dryer. Finishing laundry to me is like folding it and putting it away, and I have not done that. But, you know, baby steps.
Yeah.
Also, we're out of dryer sheets, which is unfortunate because I never switch my loads on time, so they always smell like mildew, so then I have to put a dryer sheet in to get rid of the mildew smell, and we're out of dryer sheets, so my clothes are gonna smell bad this week, and I'm not happy about it. And, like, there is the option of just rewashing them, but I'm gonna forget about that, too. Because I don't... So, this is a perfect example of me not remembering things, but also remembering very specific things. My boss and I were having a conversation, and she was like, would you mind handing me my coffee? Because I was standing next to 2 coffee cups, so I grabbed the black coffee, because she only drinks black coffee unless it's from Starbucks. And she's, like, started to say, it's the black, or she was like, it's the one with no cream. And then I already gave her the black one, and I was like, I know. And I was like, you said you only drink black coffee unless it's from Starbucks. She said that on her 3rd day on the job, like 4 months ago, and hasn't repeated it since. But I remember it. I do not, however, remember, I ordered food on Wednesday. Okay? Wednesday. No. Yeah, Wednesday. From Cheesecake Factory, because they have a lunch special where you get a lunch entree and a cheesecake slice for $15.
Yeah.
Ordered that on Wednesday, and every night I forgot to take it home. And then Friday I was like, I'm not going to forget to take it home. So I wrote fridge on my arm in black ink, and it's currently in like a black marker. And so it's faded a bit now, so it's not quite as obvious, but it was like big black writing on my arm, fridge, so that I would not forget it. And I showed my boss, and I was like, look, I'm not going to forget it. People were asking me about it all day, because they were like, did you get a tattoo? And I'm like, no, I just can't forget my food in the fridge. And I probably talked about it 20 times during the day, and then I walked out without my food in the fridge. So,
Fun!
My short-term memory just isn't there. It just isn't. And it's depressing. But also, like, it's all I've thought about all weekend is not having the food in the fridge. So you know what I'm going to do Monday? Forget my food in the fridge.
Oh, no.
Like, we know what's going to happen.
I mean, yeah.
Like, I don't have the memory. And it's not that I just was so ready to leave, and I was like, alright, I'm leaving. Then I was like, I got home. And of course, I had to stay until close, so it wasn't like I left at 4:30, we closed at 5:30, I could realize it and go back and get it. No. I got home at like 5:45, and we closed at 5:30. So, I was, a little out of luck there, and I'm not happy about it, because I just want my cheesecake.
Yeah.
I don't even care about the food. We can throw the food away. I just want the cheesecake.
Only the cheesecake.
Yeah. So, that's our favorite things. No, what's your favorite thing? You didn't ask me my favorite thing.
Because you started telling a story and I didn't want to interrupt you.
Oh, yeah.
What's your favorite thing this week, Rachel?
My favorite thing this week is big snowfalls. Because not last night, but the night before, we got, like, 6 inches, which isn't like big, but it's not minuscule, especially when it's the first snow we've had in 2 months, which is funny because we got a ton of snow in October and we haven't had any since then. But big snowfalls make you very grateful that you got nice tires on your car a week ago. Because I passed, like, we were out driving last night and we passed, I think, so cars that had just recently gone in the ditch, because like their lights were still on and they were like hazards on and everything. I want to say we passed like 5. Cars that got in there the night before when it started snowing, easily 10 or 15. Like, there were just cars everywhere. And I was like, my recommendation to you would be new tires. Obviously, we didn't see any of the people because whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah. And I actually paid an extra $200 for my tires so that they would be the higher traction rating because Iowa winter. Because the, like, base ones were $50 cheaper a tire, but they were a 2 out of 5 on the traction scale, and the ones I upgraded to were a 3.5 out of 5 on the traction scale. And, like, 2 is like, you'll be fine. Don't go down any big hills or anything if it's slightly icy, but, like, you'll be fine. And 3.5 is like, you can probably do it. I mean, I wouldn't sign your life away on it, but, like, you could do it. And then 5 is like, do it, bet, you can, like, let's go, let's see what you can do on these tires. So yeah. Something I never thought I'd consider when buying tires was upgrading models.
Fair enough.
Yeah. What should we talk about? I just said, you gotta figure out something else to say, because I just said,
I'm indecisive, Rachel, you know this.
So then find another word. I said, what should we talk about? And you went,
Is that better?
Yeah, it is, thank you.
Do you want to talk about YouTube trending?
Sure, what's trending on YouTube?
Okay, the first thing I saw trending, did you watch these last night?
I did not.
Okay. But they were the 2020 YouTube Streamy Awards, and what this taught me is that I do not watch as much YouTube as I think I do, because I did not know half the names on the list, and, like, it makes sense.
We watch niche YouTube, I feel like.
Yeah.
Like, there's top popular YouTube, and then there's niche YouTube, and I would say we definitely fall in niche.
Yeah, but it was just interesting to me because obviously I'm not going to be everyone's target audience. Like, I'm not watching sports videos or, like, any of that. But it was just interesting seeing how many names I didn't recognize, which, like, good for them. They're upcoming, like, breakout creators or anything, but I was like, I know about the D'Amelios and Addison Rae because they're big names in the media, and that's about it.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm both over and super not over YouTube right now. I just feel like it's constantly changing. Like, YouTube, the platform, not the creators. Yeah. Obviously, the creators are changing and growing and whatever, and being people, and, like, that's not my complaint. My complaint is that YouTube, the app, is stupid.
Yeah.
But anyway, what else is trending?
The other thing I saw trending was I made a $100,000 Among Us tournament, which was Mr. Beast Gaming.
You say tournament?
Tournament, yeah.
You said tournament.
I just switch between it. I don't talk about tournaments that often, so I don't find it as a common problem. But Among Us makes a lot of people very competitive, and so when there's a lot of money on the line, it was very funny to see these big, like, creators that are used to playing the game getting so competitive over this game, like, these animated characters. They're, like, Mr. Beast started yelling at one point. He's like, $100,000 are on the line, stop being stupid.
Stop being stupid. I wish I could yell that. Just, like, randomly throughout my life. Well, see, I have a problem. I need chapstick because my backpack chapstick is in my car, and my car chapstick is in my mini backpack, and then I don't have a chapstick in my backpack, so I need chapstick, but I don't ever remember to pick it up when I'm in the store, or they only have the EOS, which I don't think works, or there's one, like, cherry one that I think is disgusting, and those are the only two they have. So, my question is, do I just order a pack of chapstick? Because then I'll have too much chapstick. This is totally side note, but I was just thinking about it because my lips are very dry. Also, chapstick is a brand. It's lip balm.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
It's funny to me because especially since I haven't really left my house in a long time, you know that lip balm that Tori got me last year for the Secret Santa thing we did? I'm still using that. That same tube from last year.
See, here's the problem with the Burt's Bees, right? It's a 4-pack, so you get a plain, a strawberry, a coconut and pear, and a vanilla bean. I hate coconut and pear, but I love all the other ones. Also, I could get the, like, Amazon recommended organic beeswax lip balm, but I don't know if that's good. Also, I don't... The chapstick black one that's, like, the classic, I think is disgusting. Just throwing that out there. It's icky. Cherry, I hate anything cherry. Unless it is literally a cherry in front of me, I don't want it.
Interesting.
I'm very particular about my chapstick, if you haven't noticed.
Yeah, I picked up on that.
Like, I don't mind the Blistex whatever, but it's not my favorite. Carmax is good, but the tube annoys me.
Yeah.
EOS is a bunch of garbage.
True.
Because, like, I don't know if they corrected it or not, but there was a time where it literally just made your lips drier.
Yeah.
And I'm not about that. Ooh, there's a cucumber mint 4-pack, and cucumber mint is my favorite scent. But I think I've tried this one and I don't like it. I think I'm gonna go with the Best of Bert, and my mom can have the coconut and pear one. No, I don't want to subscribe and save. I want a one-time purchase. Buy now. The buy now button is very dangerous because I don't have to do anything. I can just purchase things. And I don't have to ask my mother because it's my account and my card.
Adult money.
Literally. Like, it's dangerous. It's very dangerous. You don't have this problem.
I don't, because I've been using the same tube for a year.
No, I more meant on the adult money and adult credit card.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I don't have to ask for permission either. Because I have a debit card and they don't have to, like, approve my transactions, except on Amazon.
Because you have the Amazon Teen?
Yeah.
So fun fact, when you turn 18, just keep the Teen account, because you can only have 2 adult accounts per, like, Prime. So if your parents both have an account, you get kicked off. And that's how Rachel ended up with her own Amazon account.
Oh.
Uh-huh. Luckily, since I'm a student, my first year of Prime is free. Well, I'm a student and I'm not a student. It's complicated. I still get student discounts at most places.
Interesting.
Because if it's online, you just have to put in a student email most of the time.
Yeah.
And I have 2 of those. And then otherwise, like, I technically have a schedule that I got printed out back when I did, like, before I deferred.
Yeah.
So, if they need proof of like, that's what I would show. I haven't come in across this because a lot of the times, well, I don't go anywhere. So,
yeah.
But, like, there's this yoga place that I wanted to try, and they only give their discounts to full-time students, but they don't tell how you have to prove that you're a full-time student.
Oh. That's...
So, yeah, I don't... It's weird. Because at first they were, like, on the website, it's like, you have to show a transcript showing you have more than however many hours. And I'm like, but it's the incident season, so am I still having... I haven't gone because incident, and I don't want to deal with it, but yeah. I'm very curious to know... I don't want to say how I could scam them, but how I could save myself money. Use my resources. Isn't that what you say in school when you're cheating? Using your resources?
No! What are you talking about?
Speaking of school, I have a final tomorrow. My only final. For EMT. Ooh. If I pass this, I get I get a test to certify for the national exam.
Nice.
And if I pass that, I get to take a written exam to certify. And then I have to write to the state and say, look, I passed, and then they certify me.
So it's a test, so you can take a test, so you can take a test, so you can get certified?
No, it's I take a test, my final, to take a test, the psychomotor, to take a test, to the written, to certify.
Fair enough.
You have to pass them in that order.
Interesting.
Uh-huh. Yep. It is. Personally, I think it's stupid you have to take the psychomotor before you take the written, because you can take the written at, like, any time, but the psychomotor you have to wait for a scheduled test date, so it makes more sense that, like, while you're waiting for your psychomotor, you should be able to go take your written.
Yeah. Because
you can just schedule that at the testing clinic.
Mm-hmm.
But that's just my opinion. What's trending on Twitter?
So I haven't listened to this album yet, but the Twitter moment I saw is we should have known all of Taylor Swift's Easter eggs forevermore. So if you didn't hear, Taylor Swift released her new album, and you might be thinking, wait, didn't Taylor Swift just release a new album? Yes, she did, back in July. This is her second album this year. So I just wanted to talk about how, like, creator productivity in quarantine, because, like, it's very insane to me how she was able to just, like, punch out 2 sister albums in one go, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Because she said that they're, like, kind of the same era, but, like, kind of not. But I was just in shock when I saw, like, the tweets on social media where she was like, hey, new album, and I'm like, wait a second.
Yeah.
But,
well, so here's my thing. All artists drop hints before they release it. And then after they release their album, everyone's like, oh my gosh, look at all these hints that we missed. And it's like, of course you can see them now. That's kind of the whole point.
Yeah.
I do like her Instagram post that was, "This outfit really screams 'tis the season," and that's a song on the album, which is creative. I like that. But it's like, yeah, I don't know. I have lots of thoughts. Also, I very rarely click the notification tabs on the perspectiveofz account, so I had 50 notifications.
Oh, me too. Like, I'll go on there to tweet for questions, which I tweeted out and then we both forgot to retweet.
That's an oof.
Yeah, but it was very, interesting, because I always, like, realize that we don't check the notifications, and it's kind of like the whole thing where, like, the cleaning the floor thing, like, it doesn't take that much effort to just check the notifications and just, like, scroll through them or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But the fact that we just haven't done it, it's funny to me.
I mean, like, I see the notification on my phone, like, it pops up, but I just swipe it away and don't read it unless it's a DM.
Yeah, because most of them are just, like, tweets I would have seen on the timeline anyways. It's like, oh yeah.
This person
like, I get
tweeted.
Notifications, it's like, oh, look, Rachel tweeted, and I'm like...
Yeah, it's like, great, thank you. Critical information there, good job. Oh, I have a bone to pick with Google right now. Everyone turn off your Google listening devices. So, if I ask Google, like, to take me home, or take me to work, or take me to school, because I have those locations programmed in, it can do it no problem. But if I, from just, like, my homepage, squeeze the thing so that the Google Assistant comes up, and I ask it to take me to a specific address, it goes, sorry, I don't understand. Like, so you're connected enough with maps to know my saved addresses, but when I ask you to go somewhere specifically, you're like, I don't know what you mean, man. But then if I go into maps and I click the assistant microphone, it knows exactly what I mean.
Weird.
I learned this weekend, and I'm very confused by it. Because it's the same Google Assistant. But
yeah.
What? And we tested it on Adam's phone, too. Because he doesn't have a Google Pixel, but he has an Android that uses Google Assistant.
Yeah.
And he had the same problem. But anyway, that's what's trending on Twitter. Speaking of Twitter, should we answer your mother's question?
Yeah.
I mean, listener questions. You should answer, or you should ask us questions for us to answer on Twitter when we tweet for them.
And when we retweet, usually.
Sometimes. Depends on how we're feeling, I guess.
Apparently.
Listen, it's been a rough week for us technology-wise.
I mean, very true.
Anyway, what does @Momic222 have to ask?
Hi, Mom. Her questions are, what is your gift wrapping style? Do you like wrapping gifts? Hang on.
I was wondering how long that would take you to notice, because I noticed it in the doc. But it says,
hang on.
For those of you that don't have access to our document, so all of you, it says, do you like wrapping gifts? Do you like wrapping gifts? So now she's checking Twitter to see if she put it in correctly.
I didn't check Twitter. She spelled wrapping differently the second time, so it's RAPPING.
Both of them are RAPPING.
No, not the W.
Oh.
So I think she was trying to be funny, but I just automatically corrected her because I thought she just spelled it wrong and I wasn't processing. I was just trying to copy the message. So
I my gift wrapping style is everything goes in a box because it's easier to wrap a box than anything else. Which means Amazon boxes are saved from November to December. And I use washi tape, which doesn't work great, but it's what I always have in my room, and I don't have Scotch tape in my room. So, like, washi tape, I think works really well if you are opening presents in the next 48 hours, but after that, it kind of pops apart. But I do it anyway, every year, like 2 weeks before Christmas, and then I get annoyed when I have to go down and push the sides down. But I do like wrapping gifts. My gifts are all wrapped, except the ones that have to, or the ones I can't wrap because reasons. They can't be wrapped. And then the ones I haven't bought yet. So I haven't bought for 2 people, but everyone else's presents are bought and wrapped. Oh, nice. 3 people. I forgot my brother existed again.
Oh, no.
Whatever. He's getting socks from his university because that's all he ever gets for Christmas because he doesn't ever tell us what we want. And we're like, okay, what if we just give you socks? And he says, okay. So we get socks and a gift card from everyone every year. Personally, I think that would get repetitive and boring. Do you like wrapping gifts? Do you have a gift wrapping style? And do you like wrapping gifts?
I also try and fit everything in a box because if I try and wrap something that isn't in a box, I just have a mental breakdown. And then I'd say I like wrapping gifts.
How do you have a mental breakdown?
Well, it's just hard because when you've been wrapping boxes the whole time, and then you get, like, this weird circular-shaped vase, and it's like, oh, don't put it in a box, just wrap it. It's like, I don't know how to do that.
That's when you get a gift bag for a circular vase?
I don't know. But
Christmas is an
I like wrapping gifts when I get around to it.
Well, I have, like, a long Amazon box that I actually use to order stuff for my work. But I saved it, and that's where I was storing my gifts. And I realized I had gifts just everywhere. Like, they overflowed the box. They were overflowing the box. And that's why I decided to wrap the ones that I could. And now it's a box that can close. So that's
good.
Nice. Yeah, so, Katrina?
Yeah?
I have a question for you.
What's your question, Rachel?
Oh, maybe if I can get it. Give me a sec. Oh, I just closed out of something. I don't know what I closed out of. Hopefully it wasn't important. I misclicked on my computer. Well, I have a couple questions. So first, what is your more... Oh, no, I don't want to ask that, because that's like a private thing. What surprised you today? And where do you find joy? So, you know where you can answer those questions?
I do.
Would you mind telling our listeners? Because you were supposed to say no to that question.
You head over to patreon.com/perspective_z and then click on our $3 tier, which $3 a month can get you access to our Perspective Z Discord server, and it's a fun time, and you can come hang out with us and answer the questions in our Questions of the Day channel.
Yeah! I'm not too behind. Well, I'm behind on asking in there, but I've been remembering to answer them in my book. Oh man, December 7th last year, the question was, where do you see yourself next year?
Oh boy.
Said, next year I want to be at Virginia Tech. 2020, where do you see yourself next year? Next year I want to be at Virginia Tech. Second verse, same as the first. The question that I didn't want to ask as our question, because that's one that a lot of people like to keep to themselves, is what is your most recent act of generosity? So it's not anything inappropriate, but like in my family, it's you keep that hush.
You don't
I'm writing
go around bragging about. You're
yeah.
like, look at how generous I was, because then that kind of defeats the purpose.
Yeah. I'm putting hopefully tech, but maybe we'll have another pandemic and I'll be stuck here. Katrina.
Yes, Rachel?
Can it be time for our favorite segment on this podcast? Let's take a BuzzFeed quiz.
It sure can.
What's our BuzzFeed quiz this week?
Our BuzzFeed quiz this week is, everyone has a winter creature that matches their personality. Make your ideal hot chocolate to reveal yours.
I'm okay with that. I very much like hot chocolate. My mom has gotten very into making hot chocolate bombs. And here's the thing, I don't like them because we can never get, for whatever reason, everyone else's dissolves fine, but mine always has like, we don't know if the milk's cooled down by the time it gets to me, but it's still hot when we get to everyone else. I still get little chunks of chocolate floating in mine, and it drives me nuts. Hot chocolate should not have, like, a gummy texture, and that's how it always ends up for me. And I'm the only one that has a problem with it, so I don't like hot chocolate balls. And I know they're all the rage right now, but I don't do them. Nope. Anyway, I like hot chocolate. I really like hot apple cider, and she tried to make me a caramel hot apple cider one, but the caramel, like the way it's manufactured, the stuff she melted down, had a really weird, like I don't even know how to describe it other than it tasted like a chunky broth when I was trying to drink it, and I took like one sip and I was like, nope.
Nope. I'm good. I'm good, thanks though.
December 8th's question was, how ambitious do you feel today? And in 2019, I just said, I do not. I don't know what was going on that day, but apparently I did not feel ambitious.
I mean,
I'm going to answer with the same level of description today, just moderately so. Anyway, our first demand is pick a mug. We have a black matte mug. We have it's more of like a square mug. It's not a square, but it's not like curved. And then we have like a red shaped mug. Like it's more curved, bigger at the top. It's glossy. And then we have a teal. That's a teacup on a tea plate. That one is also like sherved. I was trying to combine shaped and curved. And then we have a white glossy that's the same shape as the black. I'm gonna go with the red because that is what my mom used all growing up.
I was gonna go with the red too, so I'll do that. Our next question is, what kind of milk are you using? Skim, whole, almond, or oat?
I don't know.
None of these?
My question on December 10th was, how tired, or what surprised you today? And I said, how tired of waiting I am. I applied over 4 months ago. Well, yeah, you applied as soon as the application opened. It didn't close until 3 months later. I picked skim milk, because that's what we have in the house.
I'll say oat milk. I've never tried it before, but a lot of people, it seems to be all the rage, so I'll just click it, because none of these are what I would usually have.
I've had it before because I have a kiddo that drinks oat milk.
Yeah.
In my classroom, and his mom was like, if you're ever curious how it tastes, like, as long as you don't take a giant cup of it, you can have a little glass and taste it. It's, it looks like it should be much thicker than it is. Like, when it pours out, it looks like it should be, I don't know, very thick, like, almost like melted ice cream. And then it's very thin when you drink it, which baffles me. Next question is, pick your chocolate. Dark chocolate, white chocolate, milk chocolate, or all the chocolates? I mean, if I'm making a hot chocolate, I want it to be milk chocolate.
I'll do dark chocolate.
Alright.
Next demand is, add in a flavoring. Peppermint, vanilla, caramel, or hazelnut.
I picked vanilla.
I'll do caramel.
And our next demand is, pick another flavor to add. Cinnamon, espresso, raspberry, or none. I mean, I guess cinnamon, but I'm not super enthusiastic about it, but I'm more enthusiastic about it than I am from choosing none, so.
Yeah. I'll do raspberry. I'm kind of just creating some Franken hot chocolate over here.
Mm-hmm.
My turn, right?
Yep.
Pick a topping. Whipped cream, foam, marshmallows, or none.
Oh, see, I put on marshmallows and then whipped cream, so that's not fair. Probably whipped cream because Sky, literally, I went to make myself a cup of hot chocolate yesterday, and anytime we get out the whipped cream, she comes over and gets some. But she was chewing food, like she had food in her mouth. She spit it out at me when I started spraying the whipped cream into my cup. Like, she spit out her food on my foot so that I would know that she wanted whipped cream. My dog is so dramatic. So I picked whipped cream.
I picked marshmallows.
December 12th. What is your wish? What is on your wish list? 2019. Getting into tech. Wow, I was annoying. We get it. Don't worry, December 11th was where do you find joy? And I said planning for the future. AKA getting into tech.
Oh, good.
Jokes on 2019 me. Pick a drizzle. Caramel, peanut butter, chocolate, or none. I'm gonna go with none.
Yeah, same.
What's next?
Next is pick one more topping. Sprinkles, crushed candy canes, chocolate shavings, or none. How extra are people with their hot chocolate?
I know, like, you don't need that many toppings.
You don't need this much.
Jeez, it gets worse.
Oh, no.
Alright, next is pick a cookie to dip in your cocoa. Chocolate chip cookie, gingerbread cookie, peanut butter cookie, or sugar cookie. I guess gingerbread, because there's no other use for gingerbread cookies.
I'll do chocolate chip.
What's our last?
No, our last demand is finally pick an activity to do while drinking your cocoa. Reading a book, watching a movie, online shopping, or working.
What I'd like to say I do, or what I actually do?
I mean...
Because actually I online shop, but I'd like to say I'm reading a book.
I'll choose watching a movie.
Hey Google, flip a coin.
You got tails.
Online shopping it is.
What's your result?
I got reindeer.
I got penguin.
Penguins! My, birthday wall right now is, their birthdays are written on a penguin, and it says, bring on the birthdays.
Cute.
I thought so. My description is, you're like a reindeer. You're someone who always looks on the bright side of life. You feel the happiest when you're helping others. You're hardworking, kind, and thoughtful.
Mine says, you're like a penguin. You're the kind of person who knows how to have a good time. You feel the happiest when you're surrounded by all your closest friends and family. You're goofy, loyal, and intelligent.
I mean, I could see myself as a reindeer. I saw this picture at... Or no, I saw reindeer. I didn't even see the picture yet, and I was like, Sven? Who's the smelly donkey? Sven. Oh, and who's the reindeer? Sven. Oh, they're both named Sven. That makes it easy on me.
So true.
Oh, I love that movie. They had, but at least they had their parents. Their parents are dead. That movie is so good. And, like, we're the target age group for it. So it makes sense that we love it so much. But,
yeah.
Oh, so good. It's Frozen and Frozen 2, if you haven't heard of it somehow. My co-teacher, so we have a little girl who is obsessed with it. Well, all of our little girls are obsessed with it, but one more than other. And she went up to the teacher and was like, can you be Anna and I'll be Elsa? And she was like, who are they? And I was like,
what?
We have to watch Frozen as a class now. Because she literally, I was like, you're joking, right? I was like, maybe she just doesn't understand her. Because, you know, when you're first getting to know the kids, you don't know all of their gibberish yet.
Yeah.
I was like, maybe she just doesn't know what she... I was like, Frozen? And she was like, I mean, I know that's a movie, but, like, what's it about? And I was like, okay.
Huh?
Yeah, so... We watched... Well, so the funny thing is, the day that I told the kids we would watch it, she ended up getting pulled to another room. So she didn't get to watch it. I'm sure they wouldn't mind watching it again. They love that movie.
True.
Frozen's so good. And, like, listen, I know we're the target age group, right? Because I've done the research, and I know this to be true.
Yeah.
So these little 2-year-olds come along, and they're like, this movie, Frozen, I'm gonna play Frozen, I love Frozen so much. And I'm like, you have no idea, kid. You have no idea. But that's just me being petty and possessive of a children's movie. But, like, if you think about it, when that movie came out, I was 11.
Yeah, I was in 5th grade, so you'd be in 6th grade.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that sounds right. Well, because didn't it come out in 2013?
I think so.
Watch, it's gonna be like 2016. Frozen. 2013. Okay, cool. I thought I knew my Frozen. Because, so, that was the same year my father passed. I don't know why I said father, my dad. But it was that Thanksgiving that we were all like, let's throw off tradition and go to a movie on Thanksgiving. And my aunt had just had a baby, and she was like, I am not being the woman that takes her baby to the movie and listens to it crying. And my mom said, fine, I'll take care of the baby. And so my mom was like out in the hallway between the theaters with the baby for most of the movie. While we all, like, all my cousins and I went, man, imagine going to movie theaters.
Could not be me.
Could not be me. Why am I impressive? I don't know. I'll answer it later. That's when I get a question like that in my yearbook and I don't know what to put. I'm like, then maybe this is why I'm behind. Anyway. Is there anything else we need to talk about this week?
I don't think so.
Well, in that case,
this has been another episode of Perspective Z. That's been Rachel.
That's been Katrina.
Thanks for listening.
Bye.